Sasa ile nchi inachomeka, Uhuru ndiye alinipiga mimi simu. Uhuru akaniambia mimi, tafuta Bwana RUTO, ongea na yeye. Kenya ikichomeka hatutakuwa na nchi nyingine. Mpaka hii tuzime hii moto, watu waketi chini waendelee waliwane.
It is not right for any of us who stood and told people that we can fight for you to go and join the people we were fighting.
So for us as Azimio to actually go into bed with RUTO, it is betrayal of the highest order.
Yes, during a burial ceremony in Rift Valley, RAILA Odinga has come out to announce that Uhuru Kenyatta called him so that he can sit down with William Ruto so that they can solve the impasse which happened in Kenya. We all know that when the finance bill was passed, various people came out on the streets to protest against this. In fact, the Kenyan security was overpassed. The Kenyan government own security system was breached. So when RAILA Odinga comes out to such statements, we put them on the weighing scale. And in this episode, I've come to point out the lies between RAILA Odinga. For the past 1 month, few weeks, ever since William Ruto appointed the ODM members in cabinet, RAILA Odinga has always come out to play PR politics. Because indeed, this was not the good decision for ODM. But I consider RAILA Odinga as one of the most luckiest politicians. He knows how to bounce back. So by him coming out to say that Uhuru Kenyatta called him to sit down with William Ruto, I think it was a lie. And I'm going to point out this in this video. But before I do this, I want you to know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So during a burial ceremony in Rift Valley, RAILA Odinga had a chance to talk to the public. As usual, one of the best orators in Kenya, not only in Kenya but in Kenyan history, among those people is RAILA Odinga. I'll make a separate video on the lists of people who know how to move crowds, even in hostile crowds. Okay? But it will be for another day. RAILA Odinga came out and said that during the protest against the finance bill, Uhuru Kenyatta reached out to RAILA Odinga so that he can talk with William Ruto to solve this impasse. And for me, I think he is lying, because Uhuru Kenyatta was among the first person who wrote a letter condemning Ruto on how way he was handling protest. And for me, I think he has every time come out, okay, to oil the protest so that he can overthrow the government, because Uhuru Kenyatta never wanted the government of William Ruto to be in existence. Okay? And RAILA Odinga has come out to lie with a straight face. In fact, before I give you the insight on this, let me first give you the tape as RAILA Odinga was saying this. Here is the tape.
Sasa ile nchi inachomeka, Uhuru ndiye alinipiga mimi simu. Uhuru akaniambia mimi, tafuta Bwana RUTO, ongea na yeye. Kenya ikichomeka hatutakuwa na nchi nyingine. Mpaka hii tuzime hii moto, watu waketi chini waendelee waliwane. William ndiye akanitafuta, na mimi nikaongea na yeye wazi kabisa. Mimi unajua mambo yangu, mimi sificheki mambo, nasema direct. Magazeti hawa wanaandika sijui nini, RAILA na RUTO handshake. Hakuna handshake. Hakuna handshake. Kile tulisema, mimi niliongea na RUTO nikamwambia shida iko hapa. Hawa watu yako ambao wameweka pale hawajafanya kazi vile wananchi wanataka. Msuri ya kwamba watu waketi chini waongee. Akasikia, mimi hii cabinet nitatoa, nitawapeleka nyumbani. Nikasema hata hao makatibu ambao wako pale wako chafu yote.
That is Raila Amolo Odinga. When you hear that speech of Raila Amolo Odinga, he came out to say exactly that Uhuru Kenyatta called Raila Amolo Odinga to sit with William Ruto. And I think he's playing PR, he's trying to put Uhuru Kenyatta in this impasse, because I know Uhuru Kenyatta is not in agreement with what Raila Amolo Odinga did. They are not in agreement. Okay? That's why Uhuru Kenyatta is putting his money on Kalonzo Musyoka, because he never wanted these people, these chaps. That's why Uhuru Kenyatta never wanted Raila Amolo Odinga to join government. So Raila Amolo Odinga is playing PR stunts in the public to say that this was endorsed by Uhuru Kenyatta. And later in that speech he said that it is Ruto who reached out to him. In that same speech he came out to say that Uhuru Kenyatta called him for him to go to William Ruto so that they can sit down. Later in that speech he came out to say that Ruto is the one who called Raila Amolo Odinga to sit down. And I know the truth of the matter is Ruto was smart. He reached out to Raila. Remember, Raila wanted billions of money to help him campaign for the AU position because it requires a lot of money. That's why these positions are sponsored by governments. Raila Amolo Odinga in return got billions, 5 billion shillings to sponsor his campaigns. That's why he was able to buy off these people to step down and support him. Okay? Okay? So, Raila Amolo Odinga got billions of money in return to settle the JNZs who were going to overthrow government. Okay? So he's putting in Uhuru Kenyatta because Uhuru Kenyatta didn't agree in this. The mouthpiece of Jubilee, that's Jeremiah Kioni, came out and said categorical that they didn't endorse Raila Amolo Odinga's entering into politics. And he speaks for Uhuru Kenyatta because Jeremiah Kioni is the Secretary General. The party leader of Jubilee is Uhuru Kenyatta. The mouthpiece of any political party is the Secretary General.
It is not right for any of us who stood and told people that we can fight for you to go and join the people we were fighting against. It is not right. And I'm talking to our brothers who have been enticed into this thing called broad government. Please, hii damu itakuwa kwa mkono yenu.
Raila Amolo Odinga is playing PR of what happened. The biggest opposition party, which was supposed to stand with the JNZs to ask for everything, it went in bed with the government, and the winner is Ruto. Ruto is very smart. In fact, 2027, unless otherwise, it will be a walkover. You know, in politics, I don't want to say never. Anything can happen in one day or two. But when we go like this, William Ruto is the biggest victor. That's why he's resuming his campaign, he's moving around. He was in Mount Kenya. Today he was Kisii. Okay? So, Raila Amolo Odinga, for coming out to say that Uhuru Kenyatta told him to go to Ruto, he was lying because Uhuru Kenyatta has never endorsed Ruto's government. Even the letter he gave out during the protests, you could see the spirit in it. Even up to now, Jubilee is still condemning Raila's act. Okay? Even Eugene Wamalwa came out to say that they were played to enter in a broad-based government. In fact, Eugene Wamalwa said these statements. Here is the tape.
So for us as Azimio to actually go into bed with Ruto, it is betrayal of the highest order. And this is why, as we sit here today, in Azimio, we said this yesterday in Thika in Kiambu County, I think we have reached a point of divorce. In a marriage, when grounds for divorce arise, one of those is when you have irreconcilable differences. When a marriage breaks down irretrievably because of infidelity, then the court grants that divorce. I think that is where we have reached, and we have disagreed as a matter of principle, because people are saying Okoa Kenya from Zakayo. But part of Azimio is saying to Okoe Zakayo. The two are irreconcilable differences, and that is where we have reached.
That is Eugene Wamalwa. And all other principles, Kalonzo Musyoka has been saying the same. Jeremiah Kioni has been saying the same. You cannot come out to tell us that Uhuru Kenyatta endorsed these statements when the Secretary General of Jubilee, Jeremiah Kioni, is saying this. So, Raila Amolo Odinga is playing PR. is trying to rejuvenate his image because he sold out. First, to get the billions of money to oil his campaign to the AU, but also to put ODM in government. And how I wish that he doesn't get this position, he will be the first person to come here and oppose government. Take that to the bank. Okay? So, Raila Amolo Odinga, stop lying to Kenyans that Uhuru Kenyatta endorsed your working with William Ruto. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I will see you on another one. Peace.